right, friends, it is time for a epic light up. Well, let's just hope it's going to be kind of exciting, but in a good way. So we've got two lanterns that are dear to my heart. These started out as one as a late 70s and the other a early 80s 200As, and we have converted these over to become 201-700 Kerosene Coleman lanterns and made them IDF clones, meaning that they would have been for the Israeli military back in the late 70s, early 80s. They would have purchased these and they would have put their stamp on them, and then they would have been out in the field. And I'm pretty excited to build these up. I had to order some parts here and there to fit them. The only thing that would be different on these is that the collars, I obviously can't replicate them, so it has the original 200A collars, but they have writing on there and they're very similar, but they're not exactly perfect. But other than that, I mean, we got all the bells and whistles on this. We have the turn wheels. They're different. They say valve wheel. We have the primer cup on there. We've converted the generators, which is, well, they're converted over because Gene has his little special techniques to make a new spring and all that works really good with kerosene. So runs on gasoline or kerosene, works really well. And we have our little red piece on there for the eccentric valve lever. And we've got the green paint with the Coleman kerosene logo. And we have the green ventilator to go along with them. Now I'm waiting for another ventilator for this one, but in the meantime I've got one that's looks nearly identical, but it's a little bit lighter green, but that's okay for now. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I 3D printed the stamp to make the IDF stamp. We stamped that with white paint, and then we went ahead and put a protective coating over the white to make sure that it stays on there. We also applied one on the bottom of each one of these. But anyway, I've got some kerosene in these. And as I don't know if you remember from a previous video, but I tested out my modified generators on a red 200A and used that primer cup that was actually on there now on one of these, and it worked really well. So I know there's not going to be any problems. There's the stamp that I 3D printed. It worked out really well. There's many variations on those, so it's like not, they all don't look the same. We've got some 99% pure, well, this one's 70%, I apologize. But my previous ones were 99%. It is what it is. I guess I got this one a little bit later, but the previous ones, they were really pure, but it does burn. So let's go ahead. I got some kerosene in these, and I've already pumped them up. So let's I put on some Coleman number 21 clip-on mantles because I have them, and I thought this is a special occasion. Let's use them. Use them or lose them, right? So here we go. Of course, the wind will blow that smoke right in my garage. Why not? All right. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of alcohol in there, and we're going to go ahead and try to light those primer cups. Hopefully the 70% should work. I think I used the same ball before. It took me a little bit to light it, but it did light. So I'll bring you right back. All right, let's try to light up these primer cups. No guarantee, but we're going to try. Oh, come on, you can do it. Boy, it doesn't want to light. There we go. All right. Right. Well, I almost wish that I had not. Well, I don't know. I guess what I was saying is that I really don't want to stick a flame up and, you know, tarnish or anything like that my my lanterns here at this point right here. Maybe they'll light. Maybe they'll be able to light using the alcohol. That it'll be able to ignite them. We'll see. If not, I'll take the ventilators off and we'll go ahead and hit it up. But let's give it a little bit of time here. In the meantime, I'm still working on this Porsche. I've been really busy. We were gone this weekend. We were in Sacramento, so I couldn't do any more. Last week I did some, so I got a lot of it done. So I'm taking Friday off. I'm hoping Friday that I can get this thing wrapped up. And then the orange Mini Cooper, that one's next on the list to go ahead and pull the head off, and we'll go ahead and replace that valve, lap it in, get everything cleaned up, and put the head back on and get everything reassembled. So I'm hoping it'll work. All right. I'm just going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try it. There goes the alcohol. Ooh. It's definitely not hot enough yet. It's trying. We're going to give that one a little bit of time. All right. Let's see here. All right, well that one lit, or wants to light. It wants to burn. I don't think I had it hot enough yet. I'm going to give it a second here. I'm not going to give up on this thing. I might have been a little premature on that one. That's okay. It's gotta get hot enough. This one's acting funky here. I think we gotta pump this one up a little bit. This one's trying. All right, I'm gonna pump this one up a little bit. I'll bring you right back. Whoop, it's starting to do stuff. Come on, buddy. I know you want to do it. All right, I'll bring it right back. I'm gonna pump this up a little bit. This one's doing pretty good. All right, well, this one's doing really good. This one right here, I think it has a, I need to tighten up the generator. It seems like it might have a little leak right there, but it's a little hot right now. Gotta let it cool down just a little bit, and then we're gonna hit it up. That one's doing really good. Let's see here if I can, oh, I don't want, there we go. Yeah, she's doing good. I really want them both lit here. All right, I'll bring you right back. Well, there is something going on with this one. It just wants to like flame up and do weird stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna have to tear it down a little bit and just look into it, but it's too hot to do anything with it right now. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap out its generator with a different generator. I've got another generator that I know is proven. It's on that red one that's proven to work really good for kerosene. And see if that works first. And then, I don't know, look at everything else. This thing has all been torn apart unless there is something in that air tube that I missed that's plugged up. I mean, that's possible. That is possible that there could be something that I somehow missed. I don't know. Maybe that air tube. Well, you know what? Okay. This one was so pristine, the cage, I didn't actually do anything to it because it was really clean. Let me go ahead and unscrew it and see if I can clean it out. I'll bet you there's cobwebs stuck in that air tube. I'll bet you anything. All right, my friends, that is most definitely what the issue was. This thing, if you see how shiny and clean it is when I got it, I just said, man, this thing is so pristine. I'm just gonna take these parts, even the little cap there, the little screw is so pristine. Taking these parts and I'm putting them directly into a Ziploc bag and they're ready for assembly. I don't have to do anything. But we forget that these things still are, this thing was, I think it was, that one was 1970 something. Even though it's just immaculate, the parts, they sat for so long, some spiders or something decided to crawl in there, make a home. So I took the hose and I hosed it out. And sure enough, it's running just beautiful just as soon as I did that. everything came together. So if I would have done that from the beginning, then both these would have successfully lighted right off the top. But that's okay. You know, we just have to remember that, you know, just because something looks really beautiful doesn't mean, and it's pristine, doesn't mean that age hasn't done something to it, either collected some dust or dirt or insects getting in there, and that's exactly what the case was on this one. Oh boy, she looks really pretty. Look at that thing. It's a beauty. Now that mantle has a hole in it because it's an Instaclip. I stuck her back on there because I wanted to test this thing out here. So even though it's got a little hole in it, it's doing just fine. All right. Well, let's walk with one of these things. I'll bring you right back in a minute. We'll just take a little stroll with one of these. But yeah, you know, it feels really good when you get one of these things, or in this case, it's twins. And light them both up. You know, your hard work pays off. You can see that these here are two totally different lanterns. We've got this one here that shows its age. It was used a lot heavier. I mean, the little nut, it's like I wire brush them. You can see all the fitting from the rust. Now the burner assembly, I soaked that thing in citric acid solution and cleaned it with, you know, Quattro steel wool. But at the end of the day, I still had to kind of spray it with some stainless steel paint. It's going to brown up. It's not going to stay that pretty, but it's okay. The stainless steel will probably stay on there, but it might brown up a little bit. Whereas this one, I mean, that burner is just beautiful. It's just probably was hardly even ran. Looking pretty good. All right, I'll bring it right back. All right, let's just grab, how about we grab this one? So yeah, there's the orange Mini Cooper. That's the one that's got the broken valve. So we're gonna go ahead and get her fixed up. We'll get the white one done, and it'll be back on the road. This one right here, it's doing really good, but I've got a few parts for it that it's due because it's about 110,000 miles on it. So we're gonna replace the starter on it. These starters, they tend to wear between 80 to 120,000 miles. That's because it has the technology that when you come to a red light, it will shut the engine off, and then when you release the brake pedal, it starts up again to save gas. Now there is a button in there which I always use to prevent that, where it just comes when you come to a light or whatever, it just stays running, because that irks me. It gives me an uncomfortable feeling when the engine shuts down, but that's just the mechanic in me, I guess. But yeah, so we got a new Bosch starter to put in there, and then we got a new Vallejo regulator for the alternator, because the brushes are what usually wear down and cause a alternator to fail a little bit over 100,000 miles or so. So we'll do that, and we'll change transmission fluid on both of these. I've got the transmission filters and the fluid ready to go, so we'll do that. And then this one, though I've already done it, this one here will change all the fluids in the differentials and that type of thing, you know, transfer boxes, get that taken care of. Yeah, you got to do a few little things here and there. And then the module on passenger rear door, it's intermittently fails. So I've got another module that I've already got over in the garage that we got to swap that out. So I got lots of projects. So I try to work it in between lanterns and all. Now, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on kerosene. Me, I like kerosene lanterns when I'm not running kerosene in them. I like running gasoline in them because I just don't like the smell of them. To me, the kerosene is just, it's not a smell that I really enjoy. I like the smell of the gasoline because you don't really smell nothing. Remember that one time I tested charcoal lighter fluid in it. It burns just fine. But I think it had a better smell. It didn't smell, it has a good smell. I love the smell of charcoal fluid. I guess that's because I like the barbecue, but maybe I'll just run charcoal barbecue fluid in these instead. It's you know, it's heavier. It's like more like probably like naphtha. But the kerosene, I just don't like the smell. But these are kerosene lanterns, so it just would not be right for me to go and light them up for you without some kerosene in there, don't you think? Though the what are they? The Adas. Remember I rebuilt like the Ada and the Daylight, which is like another Ada, and then the oh well, I forgot what the third one was called, but those ones I run, even though they're kerosene, I run gasoline in them. They run really good. So probably these, you know, this will probably be the last time you'll see these running kerosene. We're gonna dump that out. We're gonna put some white gas in here, or at least some charcoal fluid. Boy, I'll tell you, I'm hungry. I went and a couple days ago I bought. My wife wanted me to buy the Spam Tocino, which I did. It was really good. But at the same time, I bought maple Spam and I bought hot and spicy Spam. And I'm not gonna lie to you. The hot and spicy Spam is really good. Really, really good. I took that to work today. I had some rice and I had some broccoli crumbles. You can buy it, you know, frozen. And it's like broccoli, but it's all crumbled up. And I threw that on the rice. And then I put a couple slices of the spicy Spam, and then we just nuked that for about a minute and a half. I'll tell you, that was really good. And the other day I had some of that spicy Spam. I'm telling you, I highly recommend it. The Spam Tocino was really good. It's kind of a sweet Spam. You know, it's kind of like a Filipino Spam, right? You know, and then we bought the Korean barbecue Spam. I haven't tried that one yet, but that's next on my list. I'm thinking about doing that right now because I'm really hungry. But anyway, I got to get in. I got to get my son a bath. I got to get everybody ready for bed. We got another day. Friday, I'm taking off. We got to finish this thing. You know, finish this Porsche. We got to get it done. So we got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, I just got all kinds of stuff I need to do. I got a brand new 3D printer sitting there in the box. My daughter's just chomping at the bits for us to put together, but it does big stuff, so we can like 3D print, like, you know, face masks and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited. But I've got some really cool things in the pipeline for you, content wise, that I have bought that's coming soon. And you know, we got some Mountain Science Research stoves, some vintage ones, some of the first ones that came out. I'm excited. We got to do a little bit of restoration work on those, and like I say, those are going to be pretty cool. So I'll give you a hint. I mean, what else we got here? We've got some. Oh my God, what else? Brain failure. We've got some. I've got like a. It's not a jet boil, but it's a. It's a jet boil variant. Basically, it's a lot cheaper than the jet boil or any of the other brands that are really a lot more expensive. It's in my price range, but it does the same thing. But we got one of those coming, so we're gonna go and maybe cook some. I'm thinking some mushroom soup in that thing. That could be really good, mushroom soup, and we could throw in some. Maybe we put a little bit of chopped up Spam or something in there. Could be good, or Jimmy Dean sausages chopped up. I don't know. We could think about that. Or we just go ahead and do some cowboy coffee in there, and then maybe pour it into my coffee press and do a quick press on that to get the grounds out. I'm not a coffee ground type of person, like drinking coffee grounds. Some of you love that stuff, but me, no. I like my coffee strained. So I've got a nice little coffee press that I use every morning. I just nuke a cup of water in the microwave for 2 minutes. I throw in some ground espresso in there and pour that hot water in there. I stir it up. I let it sit for a little bit while I'm getting everything ready. And then I put that press plunger in there and push it down. Pour my nice fresh cup of coffee into my coffee cup. And then I take the grounds. I pour some cold water in there. I kind of stir it up and I run around the plants and I throw that on the plants and the plants just eat it up and love it. Anyway, I gotta get going. God bless you all. Hey, thank you for watching my channel and I really appreciate it. I know there's a lot of content out there on YouTube, you know, so it's a blessing to have you on the channel and watch my videos. I appreciate your comments. Please comment, subscribe if you're a new viewer. I'd really appreciate it. And God bless you and have a great, tomorrow's going to be Thursday. You have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. All right, take care. So one thing I've got to say is these kerosene lanterns most definitely run much hotter than their gasoline counterparts. So just keep that in mind, and I can really understand why they put that little plastic tip on there, because you can really feel the heat off these things. They burn very hot. So if you've got a kerosene lantern, just keep that in mind, that they most definitely burn much hotter. So don't burn yourself on them. You can really, like say when you're messing with the adjustment knob, you can feel that heat on there. So just be wary of that. Anyway, God bless. I'm going to throw this in probably a little bit somewhere in the video just as a comment. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. Take care.